Welcome to the DAYnamics Show. I'm Mariana, your host and guide on this empowering journey to remind you about the life that you were meant to live, aligned with your dynamic well-being every single day. That's why the Day in DAYnamics Show is capitalized. It's a reminder that embracing your ever-evolving, vibrant nature is not just a momentary choice, but a daily commitment to yourself. So here on the DAYnamics Show, we believe that there's no one-size-fits-all path to life. You are here for a reason, and together, we'll uncover what that is. Are you ready to step boldly into your new dynamic life? Today, we are doing an off-the-cuff, but it's also combined with a discussion recording because I do have a guest here as well. And that guest is Makoda.
Hi.
Thanks for being here, Makoda.
Thank you for having me.
We will be talking about gratitude dynamics. So we spent a whole month on gratitude, and we wanted to ensure that we got a podcast that is included in this month of gratitude. Just off the cuff, Makoda, before I get into who you are and what you do and all that stuff, what are you grateful for right now?
I'm grateful for this podcast and being able to spend the time and do it and to talk about gratitude.
Thank you. I am too, because I think the more you are grateful in your life about everything, which we'll talk about in just a little bit, it's because if you believe in the co-creation of your life, then everything that comes into your life, you've co-created in some way. So it's about being grateful for what you created and going, okay, well, I created this for some reason. What is going on? Do I need to get clear with my intentions? Do I need to clean up my vibe about something? Is this showing me something? Is this helping me move to infinite possibility? Is this helping me grow about something? What do you feel about that thought?
I think that's exactly right. If you know that you're co-creating something, and even us co-creating this podcast, we're here for a reason to talk about it and to make it knowledgeable to everyone else.
Right. And to just, maybe people just might need a reminder that go to gratitude.
Yeah.
Even when life seems like you don't want to be grateful for anything because things aren't flowing right, they're not feeling 100%. And that could be momentarily things, or that could be days or months of something that you're going through, or something that happened. But if you can find the gratitude in that, or gratitude about something else, then that really can shift your energy around what is happening in your whole life. So why this subject? Why would we want to talk about gratitude, Makoda?
Well, there's a bunch of different reasons. I mean, it's a weekend for us, and that's the best time to spend with family, I think, and being grateful for the time that you can spend with family.
Yes, being grateful for time with family. Anytime you can be with friends, family, or even just if you don't have a lot of close family and or friends necessarily, just being grateful for what you're around, whether that's nature, whether that's watching a great movie, whether that's talking to someone on the phone or on the computer. I mean, there's so many things to be grateful
Yes.
for. So if you haven't heard a podcast from us, let us introduce myself, Mariana, and our guest, Makoda. Makoda's been with us throughout the whole time. Started with Kid Dynamics into Dynamic Series. She's been a youth advisor. She was a help with the creation. She helped with the creation of the program of Kid Dynamics, not only being as a participant, but also being a junior facilitator. And then, like I said, went to advisor and creator for us. And now she does some social media stuff for us. Creation of some of our social media posts too.
Right.
Grateful for you, Makoda.
Thank you.
Yeah. We wrote, actually, before we go, let's just set the tone, which we already did a little bit by just being, what are you grateful for? We asked you to just like fully be here with us, focus your attention on the here and now, and listen with an open heart and mind. It may sound a little bit different because we are recording in a different area, and you may still hear, we have chickens, so once in a while you may hear a rooster roosting in the background. And I know if you've listened to any of our stuff, you understand that you have heard the rooster before. Once in a while, he just wants to chime in to go, hey, here I am, and then bring my attention right to this moment again. So there's a question to our listeners. Given the title of the show, Gratitude Dynamics, can you relate with being grateful? I mean, have you ever found yourself wondering, what do I need to be grateful for? Or how do I be grateful? Like, how does grateful feel? And are you willing to be grateful for the little things in your life, not just the big things that you've been wanting to unfold or manifest or bring into your life, but can you be grateful for the little, eeny beeny things like power in your house? And Makoda, we can talk about not having power, correct?
Yes, that's happened quite a few times. Yep.
We're in a present area that has spring and fall/winter storms. So we tend to get a lot of thunderstorms, lightning. We are also around a national forest. So we have in our yard many tall trees. And in that whole area where the electric company services, we also have tons of big trees. And so what happens sometimes if lightning strikes?
We lose power.
Yeah. But not only that, the lightning, because if you've listened to our podcast before, we've got hit by lightning by our chicken coop and beside us. And if you haven't heard that podcast, we invite you to go back and listen to that, because we were very grateful at the end that it only affected a little bit. Big trees by the lake, all that stuff. So we're just happy that, again, we bought a generator.
Yeah.
And that certainly helps because we have humid summers and we have not super cold winters, but we are so grateful for the generator because we know that when we don't have electricity, at least we have the stove will still work, the fridge will still work, some lights will still work, and we're grateful for that.
Very grateful.
Yes. So Makoda, we asked you a few questions, and again, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. What, off the top of your head, 5 things that you want to be grateful, or not want to be, but are grateful for?
Well, I would say one of the things would be my job. I'm very grateful that after a year of graduating that I was able to find a really good job that has good benefits and that I'm able to learn for. Number 2 would be my family and being able to see them go on trips to actually to spend time with them. Number 3 would be the animals in our house, even though sometimes they can be quite loud. They're always there for us and always provide us with some joy. Number 4 would be my friends and being able to have times with them as many times as I want. And number 5 would be myself and being grateful for the fact that I'm here and I'm learning things and evolving every day.
Perfect. Thank you. Because you know what? It is the little things to be grateful for. And we mentioned that we had done a blog on it. Now, the blog points are, there's so many of them that you don't even understand sometimes, like even the little things. And I'm just going to like say a few of them and see if you're on the same wavelength as us as far as being grateful. Now, being grateful, you can just say thank you for something, or you can actually be like appreciation. I think gratitude and appreciation are the same family, but 2 different things. Like you can say thank you and be grateful for something, but you can really appreciate that. I think the appreciation goes more to the feeling side of stuff, where you tend to stay in complete appreciation of something, where someone can just do something for you and then you say thank you.
Right.
Same family, one just lingers more and has, again, to me, have more of a feeling. So here's a few. Your breath and the ability to breathe. Now, you think of some people need help with that. Being able to see all the beauty in this world. Wherever you're listening to this at, look around or go outside or go wherever you are, and just see the beauty in this world. Because it's there. The ability to hear so many sounds. Some people can't, or have a muffled or whatever it might be in their situation, but being grateful that you can hear so many sounds. The way your body works. Now, regardless of what's happening in your body, whether it's healthy or whether you're going through something, it's still working on some capacity for you. And so just being grateful for that, all the cells in your body know what to do. The sun coming up every day, the moon cycles, the different weather that balances out this earth, nature and all it entails, the planets, the oceans, electricity that we already talked about, the photos and pictures you have, heat and air conditioning, family, expression, creativity, food, music, feeling of love, videos, health, exploring your career, your best friends, art, peace, meditations, home, bed, a fan at night when, you're getting the gist. I can go on and on about this. It's the little things that when you plug in, you have the electricity to maybe have your morning coffee or tea. That's something to be grateful for. There are people in this world still that do not have electricity, and we take it for granted a lot. And we know what that's like when your power does go out or you can't, or there's a storm that's gone through or something that's happened in your world that you don't have electricity for. But you really do appreciate it when it comes back.
Yes.
Very much so. So what do you feel about some of those, Makoda? What do you feel about being grateful for those little things, some unseen and some seen?
Well, I think that's the best things to be grateful for. I mean, it's easy to be grateful for big things like, having a birthday party or being able to spend time with your family at Christmas, maybe things that are more common or not. But being able to just be happy that you can put a certain color of nail polish on that you really like, or that you get to have your favorite food, or that maybe that thing that you bit into when you're eating it actually tasted good and it wasn't horrible. It's just those little moments of, oh, that was awesome, and that make your brain go all happy and that you get happy for.
And you can say thank you for.
Yes.
So this is just a reminder for everyone right now too, is to learn to say thank you again. And if you say thank you, thank you, thank you 3 times, like there has always been just more of an energy of saying something 3 times. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Or I appreciate you. I appreciate what you've done, or I appreciate who you are, or something like that. Appreciate 3 things in a row. Do it whatever. If you can do 1, that's even better. But if you can do 10, that's even greater. But I usually stick with the 3 cycle. What do you think about that? The 3 cycle.
Good, yeah.
How do you want to go through life? Do you want to go through life grateful and looking for things and appreciating things that is already right in front of you right now, or that you're co-creating and manifesting for yourself? Or do you want to look and go through life, I don't know, what's the word? Unhappy?
Unhappy.
Not feeling good? Not appreciating and actually truly being grateful for what you do have.
Yeah, it's just the little things that you got to be thankful for, and the things that you're able to do because you're thankful.
Right. And the ability that you can talk, like I said, and hear and see and walk and move your body and go places, and like all of these little things. We have that morning and evening practices and it's a blog and a podcast that you can listen to, dynamicseries.com. Sorry, dynamicseries.com, and you can look it up. Actually, a lot of our blogs and podcasts are really about empowering you to live the dynamic life that you want to live by design. By design means co-creating. You're designing how you want it to be. You have intentions set forward for it. And gratitude will always help you, because gratitude always takes you to that place of feeling good. And when you feel good, the universe will bring more things for you to feel good about.
Right, exactly.
So, listeners, rate this moment. Take a moment, even if you have to stop this podcast and go, like we did with Makoda, name 5 things that you are truly grateful for. And if you want to do the appreciation side of it, not only be thankful for it, but why are you thankful for it? How does it feel? Really be in appreciation with it. Those things that you are grateful for. So the who, what, when, where, why of it, and then the feeling part of it. And then that, again, will make you feel better. And then tell the universe, yeah, that's what she likes. So let's give her more things to be grateful for. Pretty simple law of attraction stuff here. Now, we've done vehicle videos, like I said, blogs, podcasts, and all that stuff about being grateful. And there's lots of things going on in this world. Do you agree?
Yes.
Especially at this given time that we're doing this recording. But there'll always be things going on in this world. And that's a thing that you'll always have the unknown in this world. You'll always have things. I don't know. Can you still be grateful for the things that don't feel good?
Yeah, because then it shows you what you don't want and that you can choose to do other things and to be better.
Yeah. And to focus on, like Makoda brought up a good point, is when you know what you don't want, you absolutely know what you do want. So instead of staying in that side of, I don't know what I want, and I'm not grateful for this, and I don't like what's going on, and that going down the rabbit hole of negativity and not feel good, can you stop yourself and just go, hey, I've just been shown, I've co-created a bit of this on some level. It's in my life. I don't prefer it. What do I prefer now? What do I prefer that I can be grateful for, that I can have on my list of things that I can be grateful for? Every day. It's an everyday thing. If you don't do it, if you do it twice a week or 3 times, or when you're having a shower, when you're drinking your morning hot drink, whatever, or cold drink, whatever that might be, when you're driving somewhere, instead of having music blasting, which you could have, or a podcast going, which you can have, of course, but just taking that moment. I did it the other day. I was driving and I just shut everything off and I was just driving. And I was like, I just looked around and I go, what am I grateful for? So that's our challenge to you, is just take that moment and go, what are you grateful for? For me, it was the fact that I had a vehicle to drive, that I had a full tank of gas at that point, that there was like nice nature around me, that the weather was good, that everyone was being like safe drivers around me as I co-created myself to get from my point A to my point B and then home again. The very fact that I could hear the sounds, that I could see the colors that were all around me, that, are you guys getting the gist of this?
Yeah, I am.
That you can take that time instead of whatever you do. This is just one example. You know where to go, what to do. There's your top 10 feel-good things. You can take that and be grateful for it. You can use that as a gratitude or appreciation thing, which again, we have done through our podcast and through our blogs. DAYnamicsSeries.com. Did I mention that yet? Yes. So that's a challenge that we want to send out to you guys, is just to take a moment if you can, even if you have to put it in your watch or your phone. and have an alert. The question is, what am I grateful for right now? Find a way to bring gratitude into your life. It's a very simple concept. You're here in this world, being here. That's something to be grateful for right there.
I think so too.
How are you going to remind yourself every day to be grateful? How are you going to, is it a sticky? Is it put an alert on your phone, on your watch? Is it going to be something that you're going to have near your computer? Is it going to be something, because you're a teacher, that you have on the board you do with your students? What can I be grateful for? Like, what is it how are you going to remind yourself to have that gratitude practice every day?
That's a really good question because there can be so many different ways. I think at the very least, whenever I know that I'm smiling or something, or that I feel good about something, that I should take a moment to say thank you and to be grateful for that thing because of my reaction to it. And sometimes it's not always going to be the easiest thing to do. So if there's days where that doesn't happen, I think just taking a few moments at the end of every day before I go to sleep and recounting my days and all the things that happened during that day and being thankful that I'm still here, that I'm all right, and that I can have a good sleep that night, knowing that.
Yeah, that's a good point. And to know that, like we said in the beginning, okay, that's the end of the day. I co-created this day. If I don't prefer things that happen, then I will be more intentional tomorrow.
Yeah.
And to start off, like when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I say is thank you, thank you, thank you. When I have more time, I go into meditation, I do yoga, I do stretching. We have animals in the house, so sometimes I have to do that later, not first thing, but I can still say thank you, thank you, thank you. I still usually go to the washroom, restroom, whatever people call it. When I first wake up, I can have those moments where I can say thank you, thank you, thank you. What do I want to appreciate? Universe, show me what I can appreciate today in my life. Show me, along with the things that I have taken for granted, that I actually have a place to go to the washroom, So
Exactly.
again, these little things that we take for granted that we can spend more than enough time being grateful for. I remember going out and, looking at the trees in our yard and going, you're a beautiful tree. I'm so grateful the tree. We have some fruit trees, and go to the garden that we plant. I'm so grateful that you're going to produce food for us in all these little things that you can do.
Yes, exactly.
So to end up our show, I want you to ask yourself, what resonated with you the most in today's episode? So did you find that reason why you're here and that you've listened so far? And again, we challenge you to take the action, not only from the challenge that we put out and some of the Dyna tools that we've shared, but share this episode with someone right now, or dive into any of the other past recordings and keep the discussion going. Again, remember, what you focus on will expand. That's either good stuff or not so good feeling stuff. So it's whatever you put your attention on will expand. Gratitude may be something that you want to have in your wheelhouse of things that are important to you every day. And again, we spoke about some of the things in your life don't feel good, but you can still find gratitude in it because you've made that preference. And like Makoda said, you know what you don't want anymore. And so you can now focus on what you do want instead. Life is a journey. It's dynamic.
Yeah.
There's so much more compelling content ahead. So visit DAYnamicsShow.info, or like we mentioned, DynamicSeries.com, our multimedia and then podcasts, to explore what catches your attention. And don't forget to dive deeper into what it truly means to be a dynamic person and live a dynamic life. Makoda, we do have to say, as always, thank you, thank you, thank you for being part of this podcast. And any last words that you would like to say around gratitude dynamics.
Well, I'm grateful that you wanted me to do this with you and that we were able to do it right there.
So simple to our listeners. Being grateful for even an invitation to do something, whether or not you can do it or not, but the fact that someone wanted you to be a part of it, or you want someone else to be a part of something. Just little things. And if you have an issue with not having the ability to find something to be grateful for, please go read our blog. There's the one blog that we had about gratitude dynamics, and then recommendations under that just says that list that I shared some with you to be grateful for. A quick reminder that all materials shared are copyrighted and intended for informational purposes only. So until we meet again, thank you for tuning in to this DAYnamics show. And remember to make it a dynamic day.
Make it a dynamic day.